Hello everyone. I hope everyone is well. This is my second video. My first video didn't upload for whatever reason. I'm disappointed by that. So I try this again. Uh, when I read about the Black American Racial Identity by William Cross, it reminded me a lot of my childhood and some of the things I heard, growing up. I was told, by my mom and, other adults in my life, about how if you want a job, you know, you got to look a certain way, talk a certain way, you know. Often when my mom would receive a call from, certain businesses or, certain people, she would change her voice and it was called, sounding white. And we were told, a lot of us, growing up, that you couldn't name your kids certain things, or, you didn't want to, so people would, name their kids white sounding names so, they can get a job later in life as an adult, or they wouldn't name their kids certain things. I was told to, change my voice to sound, white. A lot of things, we were told it was based off, white culture and, living up to white culture and based off their standards, growing up, because we were told, this is a dominant white culture, and in order to, make it, you would have to, follow a lot of guidelines set by white culture. So that was part of the thing. So it wasn't necessarily selling out or losing our identity. It was just, compromising some things in order to make it within a, majority white society. So a lot of those things were, talked about when I was younger. I was informed of my racial identity, early on in childhood. My grandmother, who mostly raised me, I was born in Texas, but I moved to Alabama in elementary school. So my grandmother, she was very proud, like when she always talked about our history and learning our history and learning about different figures in history. And she always, taught me to be proud of my heritage, my race, and, to never be ashamed, to hold your head up high, uh, never let, people disrespect you, and never be ashamed of who you are and what you are. So I would say, early, adolescence, you know, elementary school, I was taught to, be proud of being black and never be ashamed of that. What role did race have in framing my racial identity? It was a big part of it because, I was always reminded of it, no matter where I went or no matter where I was at, I, when I moved to Alabama, I went to